Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this episode of Life with Asipe. I am Asipe Mweli, and welcome. If you haven't, please press the subscribe button so you can hit me up as soon as you get these videos, man. Welcome. Hi, if this is your first time. This is about a channel of a young African lady just trying to figure out this thing called life. So, with this episode, guys, what we will be talking about is something that is like an issue, I think, for almost like 80% of human beings at this time and point in life. Social media, struggling with social media. Whew, this is a very difficult one for me because it's a constant struggle for me. And by that, it's like, okay, so I find myself asking myself, why do I have it? Am I even still using it for the reasons I thought I would get accounts for? And if so, then why do I find myself sitting on my phone for over 3 hours looking at half the things are actually just putting pressure on me and making me more insecure about what I'm doing in my life, where am I, what am I trying to achieve? I'm not where I'm supposed to be, right? So I'm just going to dive a little into that, and then towards the end of the episode I'll just give you guys like 5 tips I found that have helped me with this beast called the social media. So firstly, I just want you to ask yourself, like, why do you even have social media accounts? Do you do it because people have them, or is there something in your life you're trying to achieve with them, right? Because I find like many quotes really say that you are what you read, you are the company you keep. So even the little other things you do on social media that are not so right, they do affect on how you lead your life and you try and achieve whatever dreams you may have. So for me, the big struggle was, okay, here I am with the YouTube channel, and to promote it, I need social media. I need YouTube, I need Twitter, I need Facebook, so I can tell people where they can find my channel, right? But then at the same time, half the time when I wake up, I'm just like, when I need to upload my videos, it takes me like 2 hours minimum just to try to get the video how I want it to look, and then just the marketing around it and sharing it as much as I possibly can. And I realize how much it drains me. So for me personally, that's why I have social media. And then there's also this thing of, okay, so I'm a person who would love to be in radio and television, and I'm gonna need to promote myself, my brand, but then at the same time, it's always like a push and pull that, like, it takes out so much out of me, but it's a little part of the bigger dream. And for me, honestly, it's just I want to live a fulfilled life, a one where I live my purpose and be love and light and give that and be positive and show people positivity and give people positivity type of thing, right? So ask yourself, why do you have these accounts, and what was the main reason? Are you actually even using them for what you said you'd use them for, you know? Then there's this whole thing of, okay, now you've got these accounts, right? And then half the time you're like, mine doesn't look as interesting or as nice as the next person's, or celebrities, or whoever you may look up to. So there's a thin line between comparing jealousy, inspiration, like where you go from, oh my gosh, this is so cool, to flip, my stuff looks whack and I'm trying to have it look like that. Again, pressures that we self-impose because of the standards that society has put in terms of becoming popular and becoming relevant. And then there's the crazy thing of posting bizarre things and doing bizarre things, all because you're trying to get likes, right? And in the process, I don't know, like, I've tried in my own personal accounts to keep it as authentic and as honest and as real as possible of who I am, because the thing about this beast, guys, is that it will swallow you in, and before you know it, you're living a life on social media that you actually don't live like in your actual real life. So with that being said, I just want to share with you guys that you're not only going through this alone. It is quite challenging, but here are some tips I hope that will help you in terms of managing the beast called social media. So first tip being, guys, is don't compare yourselves. Like, rather follow things or people on social media that inspire you and that, you know, are having a good impact on you and other people, rather than, you know, trying to stalk people, trying to compare, like, oh flip, I was supposed to have graduated by now, and so is not graduated, they doing this, they driving that, they living there, trust the timing of your life. I always say this. Secondly, you need to have routines. There's this thing of we let social media, in fact our phones control us, instead of like having a routine time as to when you will be on your phone. So stop with this thing of like, I do it also. Stop this thing of like, first thing you wake up, you're on social media for 2 hours straight, or even more, or even like when you go to sleep, it's the last thing you look at. Don't do that to yourself, because those thoughts play in your mind and in your subconscious, and somehow they come out in the real world in whatever way, right? So have a routine. Rather focus on when you wake up, do the first thing that makes you feel good, that makes you feel positive. If meditation's your thing, meditate. If yoga's your thing, do yoga. Exercise. I like to do affirmations. So try to get yourself in a routine where before you go into the outside world, you make sure your inside is all good. Then, especially also when you go to bed, make sure that the last thing you see is not of you like putting yourself down because you're like, oh my gosh, this person's like having this lavish holiday and you're stuck in like a one bedroom or whatever the situation may be, right? And then, like I said, 3, it shouldn't control you. Watch yourself. I want you to do a challenge for me. Take some time, have a look at how much you spend on social media just a day. Like every time you're on your phone, check how many times, and you'll see how much of your day goes by. Guys, we all have 24 hours, but you all choose what you need to do with it. So you'll see how much time you actually spend, and what amount of that time on social media are you actually being productive with it. Why are you on there? Is it just, are you watching your life go by because all you do is watch screens? And then lastly, guys, I just want to say, follow what inspires you. Like I said in the beginning, it's so easy, really, it's so easy. It gets me all the time to look at what someone is doing on the outside, and immediately you just want to jump, you just want to want what they have. And the saying goes is, don't ask for someone else's shoes if you don't know if they're going to fit you or not, right? So there's this really cool picture that was going around on Instagram of like an apple in a mirror, where on the mirror, in the reflection, you see the nice round shiny apple, but on the other side it's actually rotten, because we all choose what we want to show the world, but what is actually going on is eating you inside from the back, right? So I hope this helps you guys. And oh my word, almost forgot the most important tip of them all: take breaks. Take breaks for as long as you need. Take monthly breaks from social media, because it puts things into perspective. It reminds you what you actually